Hello family, welcome back to the channel. We have got a break in the weather and we're back to work on the bus. We're going to do a little preservation work on the floor here. So thanks for joining me. Let's see what we can do to get this cleaned up. The plan here is to do some preservation on the floor. Obviously there will be some panels that'll need to be cut out and replaced, but what we can do now, we've got it dry inside, is we can get this rust stopped and encapsulated and at least preserve what we've got left here. So we're just going to knock off the high points on the rust, clean it up, and spray some rust inhibitor on it. Well, this is temporary. Just trying to encapsulate the current rust and preserve what we have. Just a way to stop the rust that's occurring. Got a call from a friend who can't get his lawnmower started. First decent day we've had in a long time. And this chap, Vinny, he's got a lot of lawn, okay? So he reached out to the doctor, see if we could get this thing running this afternoon so he can chop some blades. Hopefully it's not too long a job. I can get back this afternoon and get to looking at the bus. So let's run down here and see if we can get this lawnmower started. The process that I've kind of settled on is to sand down in stages, and I'm using a 220 on an orbital sander to get some of the heavy chunks off. So whenever I've got chips or anything, I go at it with that 220 just to kind of bring out the base color. And then I have to work my way down in series 800, 1000, 1200, all the way down to 3000 grit. For example, here we had some chipped paint, and so I went after it with 220 and then followed up with some 800 and then 1200. Now I'm down to where I would do the 3000 grit on this area, bring the shine out. I don't know if you can see very well on the camera here, but here's an area where went all the way down to 3000 until I was bringing up a shine, and then we're going to be able to put some polish on it. So it's just a matter of artistic blending, bringing out some of this patina, admittedly in sort of a false way, but looking for patterns where the wear might be, and then sand through to show the base color. So it's coming out. The challenge is to get this all the way up till we've got a shine on it before we wax it. The 2000's wet or dry, and it gums up pretty bad, so I'm just using a solution of mild soap and water here to kind of lubricate it, keep the dust from building up on the pad. You really have to wash off all the sanding dust and then let it dry before you can really see if there's any bad marks. And when the shine comes up, it'll shine like this even when it's dry. The final cut is with 3000. I've got a 3000 pad here I can do by hand. Just keep it wet with a little solution. As it dries up, I can see here where I've sanded with the 1200, but it kind of has to dry off. We can really see where it's been. While I'm letting that dry, I'm going to work on this rear bumper a little bit and see if I can take some of the kinks out of it.